Hello everybody, I'm Osama and welcome back to Simple English. Today's lesson is the first grammar one in our course and it will be about the present simple tense and the present continuous. Let's start with the present simple. With regard to the form, it consists of the subject plus the verb plus s, es, ies in case of singular subjects and without any modifications with plural subjects. For instance, he drives a bus, not he drive a bus because he is a singular subject. I work in a shop. I work, not I works, because I is a plural subject. It rains a lot in winter, not it rain. It rains a lot in winter. With regard to the use, we use the present simple for things that are true in general or facts, or things that happen regularly or all the time. For example, I like big cities. It's my general opinion. The earth goes around the sun. It's a scientific fact. We also use the present simple to describe a series of events or a series of completed actions like stories, commentaries and instructions. For example, Firmino passes to Salah, Salah shoots and it's a goal. This is a commentary in a football match. For timetables, programs, trains, planes, buses, etc. or for timetabled future events. For instance, the train leaves at 7 a.m. It's a fixed timetable. I start my new job tomorrow. It's a timetabled future event. We also use the present simple for non-progressive verbs such as like, believe, love, hate, prefer, know, etc. For example, I like this film. I believe you. With expressions like I apologize, I promise, I agree, I refuse. For example, I promise I won't be late. I suggest you go to the dentist. With regard to the time words, we use words such as always, never, often, usually, sometimes with the present simple. For instance, she always arrives early. I usually go to work by car, but sometimes I walk. But pay attention here. These words, always or never or whatever, come before the main verb, not after it. So, I usually go to work, not I go usually to work. Okay? Negation. The present simple negative is don't with plural subjects and doesn't with singular subjects, plus the verb in the infinitive form with all subjects. For instance, he doesn't drink tea, not he doesn't drinks. I don't like my job, not I don't likes. It doesn't rain very often, not it doesn't rains very often. Questions. We use do and does before the subject in present simple questions. For example, do you like tea? Does John play tennis? And with WH questions, put what, where, why, when, or any other question word before do and does. For example, where do your parents live? What does this word mean? The present continuous or the present progressive. With regard to the form, it consists of the subject plus am with I, is with singular subjects, and are with plural subjects plus the verb plus ing, which is pronounced ing, not ing. For example, she is driving her car. We are playing tennis now. With regard to the use the present continuous to talk about something that's happening now or at around the time of speaking. So, when you say I'm doing something, this means that you started doing it and you haven't finished. You are in the middle of the action. For example, be quiet, I'm working. I'm working now, I'm in the middle of the action now. Look at him, he's wearing his new hat. It's raining now. Talking about the future. Use the present continuous to talk about future event or action which you have previously planned or arranged to do. For example, I'm going to a concert tomorrow. This means that I've bought the ticket, so I'm going to the concert tomorrow. We are having a party next week. This means that we have planned or arranged to have a party next week. We also use the present continuous to talk about temporary continuing actions and events which are going on now or around now. For instance, I'm traveling a lot these days. Not in general, but these days it's time around now. What are you doing? I'm reading. I'm reading now. Or time around now. Time words. Use words such as today, tomorrow, this week, next month, or periods around now with present continuous. For instance, we are playing tennis tomorrow. I'm going to the cinema next Friday. With regard to negation, the present continuous negative is am, is, are, plus not, plus the verb plus ing. For instance, the sun is not shining today. They aren't working. Questions. We use am, is, are before the subject in the present continuous questions. For instance, are you playing tennis tomorrow? Is it raining? And with WH questions, put what, where, when, why, or any other question word before am, is, are. For example, where are they going? What's going on or what's happening? Finally, that's for today. I hope you've benefited from the lesson, and I hope you support me by subscribing to the channel by clicking the red button below and like this video so that you get all my next videos. You can look at the reference list at the end of the video. You'll find it very useful. See you soon. Bye bye.